Hey guys, I'm Marissa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through our February 2020 budget, showing you all of the income that we're bringing in this month and how we're planning to allocate or spend every dollar that we bring in. But before we get into the video, I wanted to let you guys know if you're interested in getting the budget template that I will be using today, you can actually pick it up on my shop, which I will have a link to in the description box down below, so you can check it out if you're interested in getting the same exact budget template that I use each and every month. So without further ado, let's just get straight into this budget. So we first have our income section. I have Jacob's income, my husband Jacob, and my income individually blocked out for our day jobs, but I do show you our side hustle income. So I plan to bring home about $2,500, a little more than that, with my business for this month. So as a total for our household, we're planning to bring home $6,632.98. So that's the total income that we have to work with, and we use a zero-based budget, which means that every dollar gets a name, every dollar gets assigned a place at the beginning of the month. So now to show you where we plan to spend all that money this month. I will also say that this month for us, income-wise, is a little bit lower. I am actually reducing my hours at my day job, so I took a pay cut to reduce my hours. Jacob also is getting only like 1.5 paychecks this month. We decided to max out his health savings account at the beginning of the year. It should have been taken care of in January, but unfortunately his payroll people at his office made an error and they didn't take out the dollars for his HSA at his first paycheck, so we are now using like January and February's paycheck to cover it. So that being said, we've just had a lower income month this month. It's not typically this low, so we aren't able to accomplish as many financial goals, but it'll still get done. So our first expense that we have here is our tithe. We give to our church and other organizations, and so we believe in giving away 10% of what we bring in. So we are giving $585.30 to our church, and then $78 towards African New Life. We sponsor 2 kids in Rwanda, and we really enjoy being able to give in this way as well. We also give an additional $40 to a missions organization, so that's also included in our budget. So our mortgage is $23.9860 per month, and this is the standard amount that we pay. As you can see, the percentage is 36% this month, which I don't love, and that's just because we are bringing home so less of our income. But that being said, like the money that, since we aren't bringing home as much because of Jacob's money going towards his HSA, like we are still saving that money. That money is still going to something. We just aren't seeing it in our home budget. So even though that says 36%, it's not really 36% just because Jacob isn't bringing home as much money as what he normally would. Don't love it, but this isn't the norm. And the money that we aren't bringing home is still going towards something good. We also have an HOA. We pay $121.46 each month with our HOA, which we think is totally fine to have with our house. They take care of the landscaping in our neighborhood as well as the parks that are nearby. And there's also just something to be said about not having like a neighbor leave their cars everywhere or like park their car in their front yard. I don't know. So we do have that as well. Water and sewer has been like $93.85 each month, so I'm going to keep that at $93.85. I will also say, if you are new to my channel, we moved into this house in September, so we've had a few months of figuring out like household utilities and expenses, so that's what we're going off of. That's what it's been since the fall. Natural gas, this is what we use to heat our house, and so we will spend about $70, I think, this month on natural gas. We then have trash, which we pay every other month, which is weird. I don't understand, but it's $61.22 this month. We didn't have to pay it in January. And electric, I anticipate spending maybe like $50 on electric, and so this includes all of the lights that we have on and anything that we have plugged in. We then will have $55 paid towards internet, and then our phones cost $117.33, and that's for my phone and Jacob's phone. We both are still on our family's individual plans, and we just pay our parents for our individual lines. Also, I will say I'm sorry about my voice if it sounds bad. I'm getting over an additional cold, and the pregnancy cold stuff has just really gotten me, so we'll make it through the video, but I apologize for that. Okay, insurance, this is our car insurance. We pay $160.13, and this covers both of our cars. We have a 2006 Honda Pilot and a 2013 Toyota Corolla. And then we have life insurance. Jacob and I each have a life insurance policy, and we use a term life insurance policy, and that comes to $52.89. So very affordable for our life insurance there. Groceries, we plan to spend $250 on groceries, which is pretty normal for us. And then we also plan to spend $100 on eating out. And this means that we can go out to eat at basically like a happy hour like 4 times a month, which is the norm of what we do. And it feels great that we get to still go out and splurge like once a week. And it really doesn't cost that much in the grand scheme of things. Next we have is gas, which will be $150. We've always spent right around $150 a month. I am actually reducing my hours. Like I said, I'm reducing my hours at work, and I'm actually going to be going to work one day less than what I have been. So I'll be interested to see how that'll impact our gas usage, as I won't be having to use my car and use as much gas. The next line item that we have is a Roth IRA. We put $200 a month right now into a Roth IRA. After we finish our emergency fund, which you'll see down below, I will be excited to start investing more and putting more into our Roth IRAs. Then we have $50 allocated towards fun, whatever that may be, some sort of fun activity, entertainment, whatever comes up, we can do something fun together. And then miscellaneous, we have $100 going towards miscellaneous. You always need a miscellaneous category in your budget because there's always something that comes up that you didn't plan for, you didn't budget for, but you're going to need to spend anyway. So that's why we have miscellaneous. So the total of all of our normal expenses is $4,733.78. So now moving into our sinking funds or our savings items. This is what I love because these are the financial goals that we're working towards. And like I said, our income is a bit lower this month because of not taking home like 2 full paychecks. So our goals we aren't putting as much to, which I don't love, but we are still able to put something. So the emergency fund right now is our big financial goal. We are wanting to keep $25,000 in our emergency fund. We have a baby due in May, and I think we're gonna have it done like right when he's due. So when we have him, to have a full emergency fund, that would be just like absolutely fantastic. So I do have our beginning and ending balances here blocked out just because I haven't showed you our January budget report yet. So you'll definitely have to go check out that budget report to see how we're doing in all of these sinking fund balances. But we are putting $874.20 to our emergency fund. And since this is our big financial goal right now, we are putting every extra dime that we can towards this emergency fund. So that's why this number also looks just a little funky. Next we have Jacob. Jacob gets $100 of personal spending money each month that he can decide to do whatever he wants with it. He can save it, he can spend it, buy whatever, I don't care. And then I also get $100 for the same thing. Next we have is extra giving. We put $50 a month into an extra giving fund, and we love this because it allows us to be able to say yes to additional giving opportunities if they come up. So we've loved putting money away into this extra giving fund. Next we have is vacation, and we haven't gone, last time we went on vacation, we went to FinCon in September, and that was mostly a work trip, but it was sort of a vacation. We went to Washington, D.C., but we have not been saving for vacation since then because we've been planning for this baby, and we just have other financial goals that we're trying to reach right now, like finishing that emergency fund and saving for all baby related expenses. So we are holding off on putting anything into the vacation fund. So sadly, nothing in it right now. Maybe once baby gets here, then we'll start planning and putting more money away towards it. Then we have Christmas. So I know that it's only February, but it's great to start saving for Christmas even in January and February, because if you save little by little each month, once you get to December, it won't feel overwhelming with the amount that you may feel like you want to spend on Christmas. So we are saving $50 a month between January and December for Christmas. We also use our credit card rewards points that we cash out at the end of the year, and we use those funds to go towards Christmas. So we're adding an extra $50 to our Christmas fund this month. Car maintenance, we put $75 into a car maintenance fund, and this covers things like oil changes, any other like light changes. We had to replace like blinkers and things like that. So $75 to car maintenance. And then house maintenance, we're putting $100 into that right now. So anything that needs to be done around the house, we are actually planning on upping this to be about $350 once we are finished with that emergency fund, and being able to save 1% of our house value over the entire year. So it should be about $350 a month. And that way we can be prepared for hopefully any other like big maintenance items that we'll have to do on our house in coming years. Our house isn't very old, so we don't really need to do anything right now, but I know that it's important to be saving for those things so that we're prepared when that time does come to replace something large. Household, we're putting $350 this month into the household budget. We normally put $100, and this covers things like laundry soap and toilet paper, paper towels, any sort of like just household expense. And we normally put $100, but we're putting $350 because we are expecting to make a big purchase this month for household. So $350 is what we're budgeting. And then baby, we're putting $200 this month into the baby fund. So we are saving up for baby related expenses. And most of the money that we are spending from this baby fund are things like maternity wear and also just baby supplies. As far as it goes with medical, I am currently 23 weeks pregnant and I have spent $0 out of pocket for any sort of thing related to medical for this pregnancy. So the only thing that I'm planning to have to cover is the labor and delivery, and that's why we've been putting away so much money into our HSA, our health savings account, so that we can be ready when baby gets here. We can easily just use that money to cover the costs related to labor and delivery. So right now, $200 going to the baby fund. And then we also have this line item for extra mortgage. This is just gonna sit here, but we plan to put extra to our mortgage payment each month. Once we have baby here, we have our emergency fund done, and we're like increasing our retirement. We also want to start paying off our mortgage early. So we have this line item here, but that's obviously not gonna be used for a little bit more time. So we are planning to put $1,899.20 into our sinking funds, into our savings line items this month. I will also say that the way that we have these broken down in our bank account is I have one bank account for our emergency fund with Ally Bank, and that is a high yield interest savings account. It earns like 1.6%, so it at least earns something. So that sits away. And then I have the total of all of our other sinking funds just sitting in our regular bank account, and it's just the grand total of them, and then I use the spreadsheet to figure out how much is technically in each fund. So I know I get that question a lot. So as you can see, the total out that we have is $6,632.98, and that's exactly what we have for our income. I have a little balance check here that shows the difference is 0, which means that every dollar has been allocated, and our budget is now complete for the month of February. So don't forget, if you want to start your budget in Excel, definitely check out my budget template, which I'll have linked in the description box down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new for more budgeting and life videos, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know one single thing that I haven't done